everyone, and welcome back to Zoo Crafting! I am Zookeeper Seri, and we are back here in the edges of our temperate forest section of the zoo, getting ready for some expansion of said temperate forest area with hopefully a few amazing new exhibits! Oh my goodness, I'm so excited! And not only those exhibits, but our picnic pickup shack, which, Aster Seed, I feel like is coming along quite nicely. And actually, it occurred to me just while I was jumping back into our beautiful world, which is feeling more and more like home, by the way. I'm so happy. I am so happy to be coming back to zoo crafting every single day. It's sometimes a little bit of a struggle, Aster Seed, but it is what I want to be here for. And it's so much fun knowing that every day we show up and every day we try to do just a little bit more work. We are chiseling away at this wilderness around us, though I do love the wilderness, and creating a zoo of beauty, a place where we can go back and we can look over so many accomplishments as time goes on. I'm so excited, Aster Seed. I can't wait to make the zoo grow some more. And I'm actually thinking, you guys, of having a new goal of doing 3 exhibits at a time. What normally happens is we end up getting a little bit sidetracked from building a single exhibit, like our giraffe exhibit. So I was thinking, instead of building just one exhibit like the black bear exhibit, why don't we go ahead and say, hey, let's build the black bear exhibit. Let's build a giant salamander, or I should say a hellbender exhibit, which is a type of salamander that you can find in the Ozarks, which is actually where I grew up. Not quite in the Ozarks, but I grew up in Missouri, and you talked about the hellbender quite a bit over there, and it's actually a amphibian. So it sounds really dramatic, but it's actually an amphibian. But I thought, what better way to kind of just jump into really getting so many projects done in the zoo than having 3 exhibits we work on at once. So if we get a little bit bored or sidetracked working on the black bear exhibit, and bored is really the wrong word, I think overwhelmed is more the right word, then we can take a break from the black bear exhibit, and then we can go over and we can say, oh, here, Lily, Tate, come with me. Come on, Tate, come on, Lily. And then we could say we could have a like salamander exhibit, a hellbender exhibit, maybe down in this cave is what I was thinking. And I thought that would be kind of cool, because then we could take a break from the black bear for a day and we could come on down and we could maybe make like a nice little salamander aquatic exhibit over here. And then maybe we could work on the path a little bit and then pop over here and we can work on our bridge, and maybe we could have like a nice fox exhibit. I was trying to think maybe a bobcat actually. So maybe a bobcat exhibit would be, hey, I'm trying to jump around here, trees. Maybe a bobcat exhibit up here? I'm not really sure. What kind of animal do you think would enjoy being up at this tall, high place? Maybe a cougar. I think a cougar would really appreciate it. And I think a cougar and a black bear wouldn't mind being somewhat near one another, so they could smell one another but not reach one another. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll start working on multiple exhibits kind of in batches, so that way we can do a little bit of work for each area and we can gather up resources for each area while we're running around doing the usual things we do at the zoo, which tends to be getting completely sidetracked, plucking delicious cherries fresh from the tree, and taking care of all of the animals we already have in our zoo. Speaking of which, Lily, Tate, my dear, instead of the duck, actually, since I'm sure duck is a distant relative of a chocobo, why don't we have some venison, apple, and spinach? There we go. Yeah, there you go, Tate. Now you guys are fed for the day. I'm very happy. We're still over here at the picnic pickup shack, and I need to introduce you guys to another new area that I'm thinking about for back here in the temperate forest zone. So you guys know how, hang on, Aster Seed, Lily, Tate, and I are going to be running around for just a moment. So you guys know how we have, not that one, these really, really cool benches. These amazingly awesome devincing benches. I absolutely love them. Fluffy Mittens, what are you doing? What are you doing in the deer exhibit, Fluffy Mittens? You know what? I think you're safe in there, so I'm going to leave you in there with our white-tailed deer. But, oh my gosh, look at how many of them are swimming. That's so unusual. Oh, that's so cool. I wonder if Fluffy Mittens is actually pushing some of them around. That'd be kind of hilarious, actually. The little bunny pushing our deer around. But anyway, back to the log benches. We have these really awesome devincing log benches that Ben actually made for us. And then it occurred to me, I need somebody who can give me these benches on a regular basis. And not only give me these benches, how cool would it be if the other zoo crafters of our world could gather up these wood benches if they want them? Because devincing items are really fun. They add such a beautiful touch of individualism. I mean, look, we've got this little devincing item for the little leaf right there. there to kind of indicate that it's a temperate forest building. We've got these beautiful, beautiful pieces right here where we have this lovely like peace lily, or lily of the valley, excuse me, not peace lily. We have these lovely peace lilies that are going over our education stand, which I had some really great ideas for today, by the way, of having like a stuffed raccoon on a pedestal right here. And then maybe we could have like a deer pelt on the wall. Not ones that we would go out and collect, but you know, when you go to those kind of nature resource centers, they have the remains or kind of like the products of the wildlife animals, so you can touch them. So you can touch and see what it would feel like to touch a foxtail, for instance. And I think that kind of tactile experience, tactile being like things you do with your hands, things you can feel, is very important, especially for the education of young minds. And with September coming, we actually are going to be having school starting for most of you, except for me, because I'm lucky. I left school behind me a long time ago. But you never stop learning. So with school coming, I was actually thinking what we might start doing is some really fun random days where we'll kind of go through and everybody would have an opportunity to put their name in to be a field trip student here at the zoo. And what that means is we would pick your name at random, your appearance at random. So, well, you would tell me what your appearance is, clearly. And then you could become an NPC student wandering through the zoo. And I thought that was really fun. So we might have like a little class of maybe like 6 or 7 kids, maybe 10 that will be chosen. And you can pretend to be a kid if you happen to be my age, but you wanted to be a student here visiting Zoodesia Zoo as well. And we could have you wander around the zoo, probably over in the temperate forest area because it's the most complete zone. But we could start doing that once I get the education centers done. So that's another project. Oh my goodness, I'm already sidetracked by so many projects I want to do. But that's another fun project I thought we might start doing, where not only can you become an NPC in the sense of like being a zookeeper or being an intern, but also we might start just doing it so that you could become like a wandering guest or a tourist wandering the zoo. So as we complete the areas a little bit more, because they're kind of empty for that right now, then that's what we'll start doing so that our whole zoo can feel totally full of life, not only animal life, but person life too, human life, or I guess in the case of Keeper Adelaide, like cat person life. So I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be fun. But all right, hey, I got distracted again. These wood benches, divinsing pieces are very unique. They have to be made by hand and they can take a little while to do, but then you have keepers like Adelaide, for instance. You can come over and you can trade your zookeeper experience to Adelaide in return for these gorgeous shiny logs that have glowstone hidden inside of them so they can light up an area. And it occurred to me, why don't we do something similar to that, Lily, with these wood benches by having a carpenter? So we can have a carpenter who could have like a little cabin in our woods over here, and then we could buy all of this really cool wood furniture from them. And then anytime we develop, I wonder why these tree stumps seem to glow. That's a good question, Adelaide. I'm sure it has something to do with the growth inside of them. But I was thinking it would be really fun to have a carpenter, kind of like Robin from Stardew Valley, where you could go over and you could just buy furniture. You could buy wooden furniture from them. And then anytime we have new wooden furniture made, their stock can just expand and we can run over there and we can buy them from them instead of me having to beg Ben to make me more of these. So I thought that was really, really fun, and it would be a great, easy way to be able to spread divinsing pieces, not only through our zoo, but these lovely log benches can then go travel elsewhere, out into the world, for whoever wants to come and visit our carpenter and get them. So I'm really excited about that. So we're going to try to get a little carpenter set up, kind of like a woodworker, really, deep in the woods, and I know exactly where I want to put them. So, all right, come on, Lily, come on, Tate. I'm going to show you guys where I want to like put this carpenter because I'm really excited about this idea. It'd be a great way. Tate, see? Oh, Fluffy Mittens. Fluffy Mittens, stay inside the deer exhibit. Tate, are you kind of showing off how comfortable it is to sit inside of those benches? Well, I'm really glad you enjoy them. But yeah, so the carpenter would probably sell not only like the wood furniture, but the carpenter could also sell interesting things like the tree stumps or maybe some special saplings. They could potentially sell something to do with axes. Like maybe, in fact, is there like some sort of special fancy axe? I wonder. Like maybe they could sell enchanted axes. What's this? Silk touch sniping stone figurine of mining. Oh my goodness. I don't even know sometimes with these artifacts. What on earth? Confectioner's gold figure of mining. Places cakes on solid surfaces when used. The artifacts you can find in this world from those towers are just amazing. But yeah, look, you can get, lumber axes. You can actually get like straight up lumber axes. That's so cool. That is really cool. So you could potentially get lumber axes from our lumberjack. That's the name I'm looking for, like a woodworker / lumberjack. So that would be really exciting. But come on, Lily Tate. So here's our turkey exhibit. I'm probably going to make it multi-species, but I don't know what else is going to be happily living with my male turkeys. Gobble, gobble, guys. Hi. I don't know what else I'll have happily living with my turkeys, so I need to think about that. I should definitely get them some female turkeys at the very least, and then we'll see what else we can throw in there. Maybe a few of the deer. We could probably move a deer or two in here just fine. And then over here, we haven't been over to visit this tree in ages, but look at it. This pig is looking at it. This is the pillar of the forest planted by Jason, and it's just an absolutely amazing tree. And if you look up at the top, you can see there's a squirrel hiding up there, and it is a giant redwood. Excuse you, Mr. Pig. He's like giving it a good sniff. I guess a pig isn't really going to hurt anything. And it's got all of these comfortable areas you can just come and sit down in with berries absolutely all over the place. I should probably pick some of these because these look delicious, and I could maybe make something yummy out of them. Lily Tate, are you guys picking up my berries? I think you're picking up the berries I'm picking, huh? Ooh, and there's some mushrooms over here too. Yes, wild mushrooms. Ah, that's going to be a yummy snack later. But yes, this is one of the trees planted by Jason. Really, really, really nice. We've got a pigeon over here with a whole bunch of eggs. Don't step on those, Mr. Pig. We've got all sorts of different bird species that really love just being next to this pillar of the forest. And this is an area that we are also thinking about expanding and kind of taking care of and making bigger in the future with more exhibits. You can hear so many different birds over here. It's just a great place to come if you kind of want to feel like you're at the edge of the forest and you can just relax on our little path over here. So very, very nice. Also, I just remembered, I think over here, and let's see, I'm going to eat my giraffe link sub sandwich. I think over here is also the spot where we had a whole bunch of horses that are kind of stuck down this little, there's like a cavern. I think there's a whole bunch of horses in here. There are a whole bunch of horses in here. We still need to do a horse rescue mission. And actually, I want to do a mining expedition in here. We might do that this weekend, Lily and Tate. We might do that this weekend indeed. So we can come over and do a little bit of mining. But I need to visit all the new zoo crafters first. So priorities, Seri, priorities. It's just so exciting when you start diving into everything. It's very easy to get distracted. But right over here, this, next to the turkeys, past the pillar of the forest, this is where I'm thinking of having our lumberjack move in. And I'm really thinking it would be somebody like, oh, it's a bunny. It's another bunny. Hi, little guy. I'm really thinking it would be fun to add in somebody like Robin from Stardew Valley. Apparently there's a bunch of bunnies over here. This is nice. Look, and there's a whole bunch of veggie gardens. Oh my goodness, there's so many vegetable gardens. This is so yummy. Between the mushrooms and the vegetable garden. Can I make a kebab out of this? Like, what else do I need for a kebab? I just need like, you can't put mushrooms on a kebab. No, I was really hoping you could. I need carrots and onions, but that's really all you need for a kebab. That's pretty useful. I should probably carry a cutting board on me just for expeditions, and then I could make wild kebabs. That would be so delicious. But I really love Robin from Stardew Valley, and we have a few other Stardew Valley references kind of gently tucked in because you guys know I do love those crossovers. So I'm thinking we'll clear like some of this area, or maybe down here. What's down here? Let's kind of adventure over in this spot. I mean, this is kind of nice. This is kind of nice. Maybe we could sort of smooth out this hill right here. I think we would have a little path just so that you can like come and pluck an apple from the tree, sit down. I hope that's not one of my turkeys. Is that one of my turkeys? I think that's one of my turkeys. I think I have a loose turkey. I think I need to fix this. Excuse me, Mr. Gobbler. Gobble gobble indeed. Excuse me. Hey, no, don't get in the, why won't you get in the safari net? He has escaped me. He has climbed into the ground to escape. What? He doesn't get in the safari net. I think do I have to feed him seeds or something? Let's try shooting him with the safari net. Okay, buddy. Hang in there. Come on. Oh my goodness. Why won't my safari net shoot? What? What? Is it busted? Hey, Tate. No, it's not busted. You are just refusing to get in here, aren't you? I had no idea that you can't, but I've safaried a turkey before. Well, you guys, I guess that is truly a wild turkey. He is refusing to join the zoo. I can accept that, sir. I can accept that. All right. Well, moving on. But yeah, this is where I am thinking of putting our woodworker, kind of our carpenter. I love Robin from Stardew Valley. I mentioned that several times now. So I kind of want to add in somebody that reminds me of her, maybe like a distant cousin of hers. And then let's see, we could probably make a path down there. I'm pretty sure those are actually poisonous plants right there. So we'll remove the poisonous plants. We can make like a nice little area sort of showing off some of the benches that she can make that we'll tuck down there so you can sit and look over the little pond. Maybe we could kind of spruce up the pond a little bit. And then maybe a path up here. And then, yeah, maybe we'll work on kind of flattening this area out and then surrounding it with trees. And then we can have like a nice cabin up top here. And then from the cabin, and we will move the ints. We will remove the ints to the far side of the lake because I don't think that they would cope very well if they had to deal with a lumberjack, actually. I think that would make my ints quite mad. So we'll do like an int scooch removal where they can go onto the other side. But look at this. This is actually a bit of a conundrum because this is a beautiful int forest. I mean, look at this. This is a gorgeous overgrown int forest. Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful. It's so lush. They have added so much over here. All of these grasses, you can see the grasses and the ferns and the poppies, the way that they have been put down. This is the result of int work. And you can tell it's them because it's in like little 3x3 patterns because that's how they like planting things. Oh my goodness. You know what? That's going to be what I'm going to do, wonderful int. I'm going to work really hard to make sure, and there's bunnies frolicking in the tall int grasses. Oh my gosh. You know what? That's what I'll do. I'll work really hard at making sure if we do pick a lumberjack, it will be somebody who can live in harmony with the ints. And so we'll have them move in here, but they have to be someone who is able to live with ints and show the ints that they mean the best to the trees, and they can have a relationship, a working relationship together to kind of keep the whole ecosystem. A sheep! I need your wool! I need your wool for things! Okay, sorry about that. I just remembered I was out for sheep wool. He looks so startled. He's like, excuse you? That was my wool? Sorry, buddy. Go forth and have some of that delicious int grass. But that is like a wild int forest, so I don't want to disturb it because it does look absolutely stunning. So we will put our lumberjack up here, but it'll be somebody who works with like maybe naturally fallen wood. I could see the ints being okay with that. With the wood that has fallen down, and not all of it, but at least some of it being turned into like special seats and benches and beautiful pieces of artwork made out of wood. I could see the ints being okay with that. So maybe whoever we pick will have to have like a dryad or a nature forest spirit in the family in order to communicate with them, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, I like that idea, you guys. I think we'll kind of clear that area out, or maybe we'll put the like cabin over in this flatter zone. Is this a little cave? It's the tiniest little cave. This could be a root cellar. Maybe we'll put it over in this zone and then plant a whole bunch of trees as kind of like a break wall, like a sustainable tree break wall over here for the ints to be able to enjoy having a nice forest. And then maybe we'll even put in some trees like that you can gather things from, like the way you can gather maple from the maple trees. That would be pretty fun. But I'm really excited about this now. So that is my idea on how we are going to get more wooden furniture and more of the like wood benches, not only for ourselves, but for other people who want to have those things in their house or in their world, or just to come and visit the lumberjack and be able to maybe buy like a special axe. And maybe it can be like a special axe that you're only allowed to buy if you promise to use it like sustainably, like if you promise to plant the saplings that come from it. I'm sure the ints have some idea, or maybe they don't. Maybe they're just elemental and they just live to be like, no, don't cut down my trees. But we'll figure it out, because I forgot about that beautiful int forest and it really is quite stunning. All right, so that's my plan for this area. I have plans for everything, and I want to go over and what we're going to do now just to kind of wrap up the day, because I spent the whole day, Lily and Tate, the whole day kind of rambling about stuff that we're going to do. Though I'm very excited. I totally forgot about that beautiful int forest. But we're going to run over past the gobble gobbles, and we're going to go and clear out just a teensy bit of a zone for where I want to have the black bear. And I'm actually super excited at being able to go and find a black bear. So that's going to be an expedition coming up. But I do think I also want to put in a hellbender. And I do think, and again, it's a salamander, believe it or not. It's an amphibian. I'm pretty sure it's a salamander at least. It's definitely an amphibian. But I do want to put that in. And I think a cougar. I think we're long overdue for adding another cougar in. So that's going to come over to the black bear area. And the black bear area is going to be right over here. So that's what we're going to tend to there. And it also occurred to me, the way the picnic pickup shack looks right now, it kind of looks like there's almost something you could get from it. So I want to come over and make a little sign so that my wonderful friends aren't confused. They don't pop over and they don't go, hey, wait a second, there's no food here. So I want to put down a sign that will say like under construction. I want that fit. Still setting up. There we go. Still setting up. Please wait. There we go. Yeah, that fits. Still setting up. Please wait. And then shop closed. Open soon. There. Yeah. Or maybe I should have put it right here. Yeah, this is cuter. Shop closed. Open soon. There we go. But I wanted to put up those signs so that nobody comes over and they're like, what? I've heard so much about this picnic pickup shack, but I don't see anything to it. And they don't get all huffy because I want them to be able to enjoy this space once we get it up and going. Ah, wonderful. All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up by just taking a peek into the little cave over here. And let me know what you guys think about the idea of having like NPC. NPC, by the way, is N like Nancy, P like Peapod, C like cat, and it means non-playable character. But let me know what you guys think about having like non-playable character tourist, and especially like school groups once we get education center set up. Like maybe for each education center we set up, we can allow like a new class of kids to show up. I think that would be pretty cool, especially if some of them like lost something, and so then you have to do these little quests running around the zoo to find where the thing that they lost went, and you could get items from them. That would be so cool. Oh my gosh. But let me know what you guys think about that, and about setting up a lumberjack and how we would kind of make that work in a good relationship with the ints. And then this is our little cave we've got. How far does my little cave go? I need a silk touch pickaxe if I'm gonna start working in some of these, or yeah, I need a silk touch pick, because if I'm going to start working in the caves, I need a way to gather up these fossils again. And unfortunately, bat pick was lost forever, so I need to get some sort of new pick. All right, and that's how far this goes in order to collect these pieces without destroying them on the spot, so I can save them and open them up with my fossil pickaxe, which is something I want to do in the future too. So, all right, yeah, here's more fossils. All right, so golden touch pickaxe, or silk touch even. You use a golden silk thing. Yeah, the way that you physically make, instead of just enchanting, a pickaxe so that it can be silk touch, is you use no, not the gold barrel gem. Where is it? Where are you? Basically, there's something somewhere that's golden that you use from Tinker's Construct, and it's like a golden orb or a golden cloth you weave together, and that is how you make a silk touch pickaxe. So that's why I keep calling it a golden touch pickaxe, is because you use this golden item to make it. So just to clear that up, Tate, you're so hungry. Tate, get down here and have some food. Don't let the deer see that you're getting some venison, though. I don't know how they would take that. Oh, Lily, you were so hungry, too. All right. So, yep, there's our current projects. Now that I've mentioned everything that we're going to work on, and you know what? I'm just going to commit to it. We're working on a hellbender, we're working on a cougar, and we're working on a bear. And it sounds really nice and tough. And we're also working on finishing up. You're sitting on the picnic pickup shack. On finishing up the picnic pickup shack, and we're going to try to figure out how to make even more really awesome-looking wooden furniture and wooden art pieces. Again, kind of like Robin and Leia from Stardew Valley, because I'm obsessed with Stardew Valley. I love it. That's where I spend more of my time, in another world, in another life, and it's absolutely wonderful. But if you guys have ideas for like things we could make for them, let me know, because I think that would be really cool. I'm pretty sure there's stuff like clocks. Like we could have these clocks. We could have a lot of the like desks and a lot of the things that you get from Bibliocraft. We could probably put those over there. Oh, like all these various cuckoo clocks. We should have some sort of little clock store in the Village of Light or something. That would be really cool. All right. Well, we have plenty of ideas ideas, and now we need to have some follow through. So I will see you guys tomorrow with setting up more of the picnic pickup shop and trying to get chiseled away on some of our other projects, including probably starting to work on getting ready for the black bear exhibit, the cougar exhibit, and the hellbender exhibit, at least laying out where those are going to be, Lily, and then actually seeing some progress for once, because I really want to get more exhibits done. I'm so sorry we haven't done them quite as often, but it's really surreal because zoo crafting is kind of like another life of mine, and so it's so normal just to do everyday little minor things here. Sometimes it does take just a little bit of a friendly nudge on the shoulder, or a little push in the back, or nudge in the backside, I should say, Lily, to get me going, oh yeah, and I need to keep going on adding more exhibits, but I'm feeling that nudge, so we're gonna do it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.